Hi, my name is Carly Franks, and I have decided to research Lucy Ryder Meyer and her life. By doing this, I decided to virtually pilgrimage to the United States Methodist Episcopal Church in Baltimore, Maryland, where she was credited with reviving the office of the female deacon. First, I wanted to start off with a quote by her. A deaconess is often pictured as a good-goody kind of woman who goes softly up dirty back stairs, reading the Bible to poor, sick women and patting the heads of dirty-faced children. But there is nothing a woman can do in the line of Christian work that a deaconess may not do. Her field is as large as the work of woman and the need of that work. Before this project, I never knew of her and her contribution to the church, so I was interested to read more about her and her upbringing. Lucy Jane Ryder Meyer was an American social worker, educator, physician, and author. She co-founded the Chicago Training School for City, Home, and Foreign Missions in Illinois alongside her husband Josiah Shelley Meyer, which focused on a curriculum involving biblical studies, theology, church history, courses regarding the accomplishments of women, and much more. She was born on September 9, 1849 in New Haven, Vermont, to Jane Child Ryder and Richard Ryder. In 1885, Ryder married Josiah S. Meyer, a Chicago businessman who shared her deep interest in the Methodist Church and its work. Later that year, they opened the Chicago Training School for City, Home, and Foreign Missions. The time and place were opportune for such a school, and theirs grew rapidly and quickly gained the support of official Methodist bodies, all according to the Britannica. The Training School for City, Home, and Foreign Missions was attacked by fundamentalists when she became the principal, saying that all the training women needed for the Christian work they could do was provided by church and Sunday school. Quoted by GCAH.org. Christian fundamentalism arose in the 19th century, which aimed to revise traditional Christian beliefs to accommodate new developments in the natural and social sciences. In this case, the re-upbringing of the office of deaconess. I consider it hatred towards another and is still prevalent today as seen in this photo. She responded by saying that women needed thorough intellectual training in order to minister to the temporal and spiritual needs of urban Americans. Meanwhile, she was researching the ancient female dictionary where she realized that the office had disappeared for centuries. She created a deaconess home at her training school in 1887. And in 1888, the Methodist Episcopal Church recognized the office of deaconess due to her hard work. According to bu.edu, Meyer retired as head of the Chicago Training School in 1917 and died 5 years later, honored as a woman who had been peculiar in that which is good. The Methodist Episcopal Church was Meyer's church and denomination, and in which she had a big contribution to. In fact, it was the largest and oldest denomination in the United States when it was organized in 1784 at the Christmas Conference in Baltimore, Maryland, according to umc.org. It was also the first religious denomination in the U.S. to organize itself on a national basis when John Wesley agreed to it. Because of the pandemic, I could not attend a pilgrimage in real life, which piqued my interest knowing I could research anywhere I wanted. I decided to dive in deep in the Methodist Episcopal Church where Meyer's work towards the office of deaconess was recognized. Seeing this church and how famous the denomination is really has shown me just how successful this woman was. Being recognized by her work for the office of deaconess from this church is amazing and such a big accomplishment. The museum within the church provides many excerpts of United Methodist landmarks and the history behind them. It was very interesting to read, and I would love to pilgrimage to Baltimore to see this church if I ever get the chance to. This leads me to question her life as a woman being in a higher power in the church at the time. What kind of oppression did she go through? My research on Meyer also gets me to question why the office of deaconess ever disappeared for centuries in the first place. Powerful women known for their accomplishments throughout history motivate me to be strong just like them, so researching this woman was empowering for me to do.